everybody, it's Platinum Equinox, and today we do have a special video for all of you. Yes, I said we. This time, you'll get to hear the voices of the community. A small portion, a very, very small portion, obviously. We know that there's a lot of Bleach fans out there, but I gave people the opportunity to get their voices out there, their thoughts out there to all of you. And I'd like to see the people who didn't really want to record, leave your thoughts in the comments. Just all of that fun stuff. What has Bleach done for you? Your thoughts on it, really, in general. We'd like to see something from everyone this time. And I feel that this is truly important because it's not about me. It's not about, someone else. It's about how everyone truly feels about where we're at now in 2019, how far we've come, if we're making any progress. Now, make no mistake, this video is extremely important in a lot of ways, and I've given people the opportunity to speak out about how they feel regarding the Bleach community, how we feel after the scan, because I've had a lot of people in the comment section. These people have been saying that there's no hope left for Bleach after that scan, that it's all over for the community, that it's dead, there's nothing left. In general, if you want the short version, these people have been saying that they've given up and they're moving on because there's nothing left for them. And to be honest, I can't blame any of those people. And that is why we are here today with this video, to console those after that disappointing scan that we got. We need the community to come together and just relay their thoughts to everyone. And I truly feel that this in and of itself is truly important because everyone in the community matters. So, without further ado, the community of Bleach can take it away.
Hey, so if you're a fan of Bleach, first of all, I want to thank you for supporting this series. The anime, the manga, all the above. Just thanks for being a fan. Also, I want to thank Platinum Equinox for giving me and probably several others the opportunity to talk concerning the Bleach community and where things are at right now. Which I understand that probably now more than ever, we're really in desperate need of some hope. And the thing is, I really just got to thank you for supporting Platinum Equinox if you're watching this right now, if you're listening. And I appreciate you just for listening. Because at the end of the day, this guy's been doing everything he can just to keep that, at least a little bit of hope for the possibility of Bleach getting some level of justice after all the wrong that it's been given, the way that it's been treated. It's pretty heartbreaking. It's pretty sad to watch. But at the end of the day, I've always loved this series. I really do. Who am I? I'm a small channel. Multiverse Arc. Chigo Senpai, not to get confused with the DeviantArt artist. Which, by the way, her art is awesome, so I'm just putting it out. Anyway, but look. All seriousness, though, when it comes to getting new news and things like that from Bleach, don't just take it with a grain of salt, but at the same time, don't get so hyped up that when it comes out that maybe it's not necessarily what we're hoping for, then it all just crumbles apart and you're going to feel real bad about it. Probably be upset, to say the least. So if anything, when we get any new Bleach news or any hints at more Bleach news, take it at face value as something new might be coming. But don't get so up and about to think that, oh yeah, we're gonna get the anime's completion and all that great stuff, because we all would love that. At least I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that out of all the things that we've asked for, it's probably the completion of the anime. I don't really think that there's nothing else that we really honestly need, I feel. At least that's my perspective. It feels like that's all we're really asking for at this point. If we could get that, I feel like we'd all be good. We'd be content, we'd be happy with that. I feel like that's the only thing that we're really missing, and we'd probably stop getting as upset as we do about this stuff. Seeing that now Kubo might be, getting heavily involved in this other project and whatnot, though it's great to be able to support him on something new, at the same time, it's still kind of destroying us at the end of the day because, well, it's not new Bleach. It's not the anime's completion. It's nothing. Nothing that could do justice that series really does deserve. It's heartbreaking, to be honest. And for me, I haven't really had too much opportunity to really talk about Bleach until, honestly, discovering who Platinum was and really getting into it and having discussions about it, getting excited and making my jokes and all that. It's really fun. Bleach is a great series for what it was. It was never perfect, and the thing is, something doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. This series was great because it did the best at what it could, even if it might have been lacking in a few areas. Again, it's not about being perfect. I love this series for what it is. And at the end of the day, there are those of us that are really just honestly sad. We're just sad because it's not back. But maybe, just maybe one day, maybe it will come back. And you know what? All these videos that Platinum has made in the sake of getting the anime back more than anything else, maybe it'll all just turn out to be all in good spirits and truthful after all. So maybe it could happen. You never know. There's a lot of other anime out there I could name, Dragon Ball, that, manages to make its own comebacks. And I understand that maybe our community for Bleach isn't as big as these other animes, but don't give up. Don't give up hope. Keep hoping. Don't be afraid to have hope, even if it's only a little bit. And again, thank you to Platinum Equinox for maintaining that hope. Him and many others. Thanks for listening to what I had to say. And remember, Bleach forever. Bankai!
So Platinum Equinox went and asked for some girls to throw in their opinion as well. So hey everybody, I go by the wee Scottish lass on YouTube and many of the other social media platforms as well, and I wanted to give my sort of views on where the fandom is at the moment. So I mean, to be fair, I joined the fandom about 5 years ago, I think it was, so I was kind of, after a lot of stuff had sort of crashed out, the anime had stopped and things, so at that moment I could tell that there wasn't as many people interested in Bleach as probably was back in its total heyday. I managed to binge all 366 episodes in like 6 months, and then I ended up purchasing far too much stuff for Bleach, which can be seen. I've got most of the manga behind me. I've still got a box because I'm one of these people that I like to support the fandom as much as I can, so I've got the next like bunch of manga still to be put in my geek storage at the back. I've got a lot of the pop figures now too, including the Hollow Ichigo one, because that's super cute. From what I've seen with the fandom recently is that, I mean, I got to a point where I was watching Platinum Equinox's videos religiously, and I was getting excited about every little possible hint that the anime could be returning and that I would get to be a part of the anime as it was airing, just like I am with the Attack on Titan fandom, the Game of Thrones fandom, etc. I wanted to be part of that with Bleach, but I've never had the opportunity. So I watched a lot of videos talking about Bleach's return, getting my hopes up, being let down time and time again, and it was frustrating, and I'm not gonna lie, it has been frustrating, but I don't blame any of the YouTubers who put content up about it, because I actually appreciate them keeping the spirit alive. If it weren't for them, Bleach maybe would have died for me quite a while ago. But where some of the community has banded together and there is still things happening is, of course, the artistic world. There's a lot of Bleach creators still creating a lot of art, and of course the fan fiction writing community as well, which is where I swapped to after the anime finished. I finished a manga and then I swapped onto the fan fiction world because there was a lot of loose ends that hadn't been tied up that really bugs my happiness, and there was a lot of things at the end of the manga, and I know a lot of people will feel the same way, that was rushed. It felt like they were rushed. Questions weren't answered. There just wasn't enough. And I understand where he was in his where Tite Kubo was in his personal life. I totally get that, and I accept that, and I am happy to accept that. It would be nice to see the anime return. It'd be nice to see the fandom have a bit more of a spark behind it again, because I mean the fandom's huge. I mean, look at the fact that Crunchyroll put up all of the Bleach intros, and I think they put up all the outros as well, but it was the intros video that I watched, and it had so many loads of views in like the first few hours it had gone up. There were so many comments on it, people talking about bring back Bleach, and even in my own channel I do videos about Scotland. It has nothing to do with anime, has nothing to do with any kind of geeky fandom. It is literally just really videos about Scotland and just me being stupid on camera, and I get a lot of people that comment on my videos that have display pictures of Bleach characters, and I always call them out. I always comment back, and I'm always like, oh my god, that's Toshiro, or oh my god, you like Bleach, because I feel like we have to keep we have to help keep it alive. And it's not that it's dying out, because I mean, look how much money it's been making. It's still one of the top selling animes of all time, and I guess maybe that's because of the fact that there are so many amazing characters in it. It was such a great program. It was such a great manga. It had a lot going for it. What would I like to see? I would love to see not a continuation. Bear with me on this, right? Okay, I would like to see it being redone. So you know, like Dragon Ball Z Kai came out, and then you also had Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where they sort of went back and they got rid of a lot of fluff, and they really integrated it just about the storyline, and they took out a lot of really ridiculous moments that didn't need to be there. I'd love to see them do something like that with Bleach. Go back, tidy up the first 2 arcs, get rid of some of the filler. Some of the filler could stay because some of it was quite good. I really liked the Zanpakuto Rebellion. I thought that was quite good. Some of the episodes were like, why are they, what's happening? But for the most part, some of the episodes were really good and really good fun. So I feel like some of the filler can stay, but what I would like to see is the final arc being animated in a similar sort of theme. Keep the music and everything the same, but just move the tempo along a little bit faster. Episodes not being dragged out quite for as long. And then finally, that final arc being animated, and of course, maybe the anime could go into a bit more detail of like tying up these loose ends at the very, very end with some filler that was still relevant and written by Tite Kubo himself. I think that would be what I would love to see, but the chances of that happening, I don't know. We in the community, the fan fiction writing community just now, I mean, I've wrote, what was it, something stupid. I've wrote definitely over 500,000 words worth of Bleach fan fiction, and we're currently, me and one of my friends, Geisha, are working on a massive piece that is a Winter Olympic themed setting, Toshiro and Rukia fanfiction. So it's like, I'm writing it from Rukia's perspective, she's writing it from Toshiro's, and right now we are at 150,000 words each. So that's like 300,000 words for just one fanfiction, and we're about 2/3 of the way through it just now. None of it will be released until we are finished. We've had loads of artwork done by a fantastic art maker called Amsterdam. He's done fantastic pieces for Bleach recently. But yeah, so that's where we are just now in the fandom. We've got a fanfiction writing sprint group going on Discord just now, and all of those fanfictions we're hoping will go up. July, I believe we've said, is the final deadline. I should know. I was the admin that created the idea, but I don't remember. I've got a team that kind of operates it now for me because I'm so busy, bless them, they're so committed. I'd like to see the anime return. I'd like to see the fanfiction writing community come back, because there were so many fantastic writers who were doing great pieces, and I'd love to see them all return. But yeah, that's kind of where I am just now with it. I've lost a little bit of interest, but the fan fiction writing side of things for Bleach is an area in which I still devote quite a lot of my time. So I don't know if this is what you were really looking for, but this is what I'm giving you. So good luck with all your videos, and keep giving us inspiration for Bleach hopefully returning, and keep making noise, because if we make enough noise, then maybe they'll listen. And now this is where I awkwardly approach the camera to turn it off.
Hey everybody, it's Bleach Center here. I just want to say that there is still hope for Bleach, but there's one thing we have to be mindful of, and that is the news/leaks that come out and how we perceive it. Now, what I've been saying on my channel is very simple. When we see something that's unofficial and that we can't confirm that it's Bleach, even, for example, these scans that turned out to be Sakura Wars, we have to step back and think of all the possibilities of what could be and analyze the situation. And as Bleach fans, you guys know how it is to feel severely disappointed with announcements and leaks and whatnot. And because of this, now people are dropping Bleach, saying they're losing hope, saying it's never coming back. But for what reason? That scan never said we're getting Bleach back, did it? So we have to analyze, we have to stop and say, is it what we think it is? There's no reason for you guys to be losing hope just because of that anyway. If you watch the video that Clyde made, you see that Bleach is still making money and still alive, even if we don't have an anime. So just keep that in mind. Just because there was something that we thought was gonna be what we all thought it was, either Bleach Anime, manga, Burn the Witch, whatever, doesn't mean that it won't come back. The only thing that it meant was that it wasn't the time for the anime to come back just yet. You know, we have people in this community that are confident that 2019 is the year we will hear something, just not this time. You know, we still got 2019 ahead of us. It's early in 2019, pretty much. We could hear news today, tomorrow, December. You never know. All I want to say is that we need to keep our expectations low, but keep our hopes high. Like, the next time you see something about Bleach and Kubo or something, wait until further information to form your opinion and get your hopes up. Because for some fans, this honestly was a huge blow to their hopes, but we were never promised anything. So keep your expectations low, don't jump to conclusions, and we'll all be okay.
No one has the privilege nor the authority to tell you you cannot support a series or even talk about it. That is the progression of the Bleach community right now in 2019. And I'm not going to single out anybody, but I'm sure we can all agree to some extent that there is a level of toxicity that is going around in social media and other public forums. But we can turn this whole thing around. I am advising you guys to stop spreading negativity and spread more kindness. There is nothing wrong with supporting a series that you love, and it damn sure ain't a crime to talk about the series often. We need to do better. We as a community need to understand that in order to get what we want, we need to take things in a considerate and professional manner. No one has the privilege nor the authority to tell you you cannot talk about Bleach. You cannot speak anything Bleach related. Stop it. Bleach is dead. Move on. No one can tell you that. Just remember that. I truly believe that the anime will return one day, and I will keep supporting the series in any way I can to make sure that that dream becomes a reality. And I want to thank you guys for listening. And as always, people, I'm still Bleach.
Alright, so all I have to say to the Bleach community is please never give up on Bleach. Please keep supporting it. And don't think that the Bleach community is going to die, or don't let anybody else change your mind. Because Bleach for sure is going to be coming back soon. Whether if it's now, next year, maybe even the year afterwards. Like, who knows? It could even come back around Bleach's 20th anniversary. But all we have to do is just keep supporting Bleach. Keep asking and requesting Bleach's return. Whether if it's in a video game format or back as the anime. Or even more novels that probably wouldn't even get translated. But all I have to say is, yeah, please keep supporting it. Don't give up on it. And like, tell your friends about it, share it to other people. And if you have any other friends that are somewhere like across the entire world or something, then like show them Bleach, tell them about it. And if you don't want them to watch filler, just tell them what episodes to skip, I guess. But anyways, yes, that's all I have to say. Support Bleach. Don't give up on it. Don't let anybody change your mind. And share it. That's all I gotta say. Bye.
It's difficult to have a judgment on a community as diverse and passionate as the one of Bleach. I had already discussed it with a friend, and I also think that the fans are different according to the culture and the country. In my case, I think that in France, we have generally quite peaceful, while for some they are more aggressive and greedy about Bleach. Some create craze, excitement about things that don't exist, and this creates disappointment, hatred, and worse, fights. For example, the return of Bleach animation or the sequel of the manga. I understand the frustration to not having an end of the animation, but for some of the fans, there are no respect for the creators, the authors, and even sometimes for us, the fan. Those who have hate and those who cannot contain themselves constantly spam comments and absurd questions on the account of Tite Kubo and Tite Kubo. Little by little, the Bleach fans community has a reputation for the defied and degraded reputation, but fortunately the majority of them are adorable and keep giving positive support to the license, like fans, collectors, and artists of all of kind. Personally, I'm not only fan of Bleach, but of the artist who created this license. I'm totally passionate about art and artistic talents of Tite Kubo and Masashi Kudo, so I'm not very disappointed with their collaboration on Sakura Wars. I also find it positive and refreshing to see them working them together.
I think there's two big problems right now in the community. First, we're giving way too much importance to haters. If people wanna say Bleach is dead or whatever, fine man, you do you. We should just ignore them and let them talk. They'll get tired and eventually stop. But because we're giving them attention, they feel like they actually mean something to us and they go even harder. The second one is internal drama, the most recent one being with James and Bleach Bay. I'm not taking part in here, I like them both and they both bring positive stuff to the community. But what I don't understand is why when you're defending the same cause, the same anime or whatever, some banter that should have been dead in the water become that huge. During downtime like that, we should just come together as a family and keep supporting the Bleach franchise we love and not fighting against each other over some dumb stuff. That's it for me. I'll finish by giving my thought on the anime. I think it's pretty much now or never for Shueisha. They don't want to lose too much fan base. Now the question is just when. I'll make a little prediction. You'll have anime news around November of this year. I'll let you on that.
Bleach. Bleach, 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 Bleach. Oh, the Bleach community. A community that has been shafted, screwed over, teased, trolled, been the butt of many jokes, been called delusional, saying, "Oh, the anime will never return. It's dead. Fuck off." You know, all the usual shit the Bleach community has been through. But I can definitely say without a shadow of a doubt, the Bleach community is one of the best anime communities I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. Minus all the hatred towards James. But with this new Sakura Wars Scan, I won't lie, I am disappointed in the fact that it will indeed be Sakura Wars after Shueisha was trolling us saying, "Oh, it's the anime, it's the anime, it's the fucking anime, guys, it's the anime." But yet, here we are. Shueisha has once again kicked us down to the ground and laughed at our displeasure, at our disappointment. Be like, "Ha! Y'all thought y'all would get the anime? Not today. Not today." But one thing I will always love about the Bleach community is that we never stand down. We never stay on the ground for long. We always get back up. When the manga ended and the live action movie got confirmed, everybody was in an uproar. But yet we still held hope. James had us held hope that one day the anime could return. Then, after the Bleach live action movie came out, still no word on animes. Brave Soul's been killing it, still no anime. And then, we had the scans leak that apparently the Bleach anime will return. Once again, Shueisha has trolled us. But alas, we have been through worse. Every time we have been trolled, screwed, or lied to, we have always grabbed back our Zanpakutos toes and got right back up and be like, "Excuse me, sir, could I ask some more?" No matter how hard y'all keep us down the ground, no matter how hard y'all keep trying to take us down, we will always get right back up, just like our boy Ichigo motherfucking Kurosaki. And to be fair, Sakura Wars actually looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not one for tactical RPGs, never really played them, but fuck it. Tite Kubo's designs, the game looks pretty good. Fuck it, I'll play and I'll probably even buy myself a copy of it when it comes out.
Hi Platinum! First, forgive me some mispronunciations and stuff. I'm from Germany and with that comes not that perfect English. So, Bleach. I could probably talk hours about this topic and its current situation, but one thing that is clear for me is that we should be thankful for what we got this far. We got an excellent anime adaptation in the series that we can enjoy whenever we want to. All these things don't disappear when the final arc doesn't get the green light. It will be there for an eternity, and I will keep that in my heart for the same time. Bleach introduced me to anime, so it will always have this kind of special place for me. When it comes to news as you and James do them, I can't really say anything against that. Maybe go a step back and wait a few days until you drop a video so you don't have any sudden surprises after it, but that's all I can say regarding that. So yeah, we should really be happy with what we got and hope that there's more on the horizon. I have faith in the Bleach community, we can achieve anything when we really want to. Just look at all these fan projects, I really enjoy watching them. Greetings, Toshiro.
I would like to thank Platinum for giving us the opportunity to speak. So the discussion is about the current state of the community, and from what I have seen after the announcement, all that is left for the fandom is hope. There are theories about possible returns this year, but those are mere hypothecations and expectations, and taking from past experience, those expectations are very likely to be crushed. Personally, my hope is alive because of the February signing session that was held and all the minor and major stuff that occurred in it. There currently isn't much news around Bleach, and the fandom seems to have stagnated after the shock that Sakura Wars was. But let's keep hoping and believe that the fandom might get the anime back one day.
Bleach fans, do not give up hope. That's the last thing we can ever do. There is still a good chance that Bleach can come back. With Shueisha doing a whole Aizen's Shikai, I can't remember the name, but just think about it. Why would they do this? Just to troll us, just if they're never going to do this. They want us just to get our hopes down to possibly bring it back as a big joke. Don't ever give up. Be like Ichigo through all of his hard times throughout the series. Don't ever give up, because with hard work and patience, we will get what we want. And that's all I have to say. Bleach fan, don't ever give up. Support the series. Whatever you do not give up. We will have our anime back one day. Peace out.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thingos, man, coming at you with another video real quick. Shouts out to Platinum Equinox for giving me this opportunity, but he put up a tweet earlier just asking, like, man, share our thoughts on why we like Bleach, or what do we like about Bleach, or just give our support for Bleach. And you want to know what, man? Funny thing about Bleach, man, funny story. When I was growing up, I used to always see Bleach on Adult Swim. I used to always catch it, but it would be so far into the story that I had no idea what was going on, where it was at, and it was just weird. So I just felt like I was a little too intimidated by it, like I might not be able to understand what's going on. But when I actually got older and I looked back and I said, you know what, I'm going to read this, man, because I always was really interested in the art and the character designs and everything. So I read it and my mind was blown. I was so interested into like all the the way they did the mythology and just the world, and the characters, the Get Out 13, Soul Society, Soul Reapers, Hollows, Arankars, Aizen as a villain, even the 1,000-Year Blood War arc with all its plot holes and stuff like that is still like my favorite arc in the series. So I really enjoyed this whole story, man. I've read through the manga 3 times already, watched the anime twice, and I really don't understand what's all the hate that it gets. I mean, it does have flaws. There's a few things that I noticed, like, some stuff that happened that I just be like, bruh, like, that really could have been avoided, bruh, But all animes have, like, little issues like that. I mean, if you really want to nitpick, you can find stuff like that with everything. But it's really not that bad, man. It's real subtle with its messages and with the dialogue and with the way that the characters, show off their motivations and stuff like that. It's not as in your face, and sometimes maybe people don't fully understand it, so they might see it as being like not as deep, and they might see it as a flaw, but it's really not, man. Bleach is a lot deeper than you think, man, and I feel like the same thing goes for the main character, Ichigo Kurosaki, who always gets a lot of hate for not really being being that much of a developed character and not really having that much not a goal or something like that. But man, look, Ichigo is very relatable in my opinion. He is the most relatable character in the big three. You know, like he is so laid back, so chill. He got swag. A lot of the characters got swag in Bleach, man. Tite Kubo does an amazing job with the art, man. But yeah, it's like I feel like Ichigo is just a more relatable character. You know, he's just a regular guy just trying to get by, you know, live his life, and then out of nowhere, he just has this random encounter with a Shinigami that he was not expecting, trying to protect his family. His entire world changes, and then he just gets on this constant, you know, trail of events that just lead him into finding out more about himself, learning out how much power he has within himself, who he really is. He finds out more about really who was responsible for, you know, spoiler alert, killing his mom and everything, and you know, he finds his purpose and, you know, what he really wants to do. It's a lot deeper than people say, man, and I really don't get it, bro. Like it's weird. Like Bleach shouldn't get as much hate as it does. Like for people that don't like something, if you don't like something, it's cool. But, you know, you shouldn't spread so much toxic, you know what I'm saying, like hate towards something, and or just hate it just to hate it, or just hate it because it's popular to hate it. You know what I mean? Bleach is very good, and it has a strong fan base for a reason, and I feel like, you know, if you don't like something, then don't like it. But if you do like it, then let people express why they like it. You know, don't hate on them or be an asshole just because they like it, or just tell them that this is never going to happen or this is never going to happen. Yeah, a lot of unfortunate events happen with Bleach, with the manga ending the way it did, and with the anime not getting to finish the final arc, but there's still hope, man, and it's a lot of people that still support and love this series and this property. So I really love Bleach, man. I really appreciate the story, and I always can't get enough of it, man. I'm always rereading it, watching it, so you know, I really enjoyed it, and I hope we get to see the final arc animated one day. And yeah, man, so thanks again, Platinum Equinox. Shout out to you. Shout out to James Hansen, Clyde, so everybody else that like Bleach, that love Bleach, the entire Bleach community, bro. We need Bleach to come back.
Alright, so I have a couple things to share. One of them is the scan. My thoughts on the scan are not good. I didn't like the fact that it showed Ichigo's picture inside the scan, yet when the announcement came, it was nothing about Bleach entirely. It had nothing to even do with Bleach. It was about something else. I think it was a game called Sakura Wars, but that's very misleading. And as a Bleach fan, when they show something about Bleach is going to be announced in a scan, it's kind of like a kick in the it's kind of like a punch in the face or a kick in the gut to see there's nothing about Bleach. That's all I'm going to put into that, because it is what it is for that. Next, I do want to talk about the Bleach news and how we've been taking it recently. So, just like when we saw that scan, you know, it was pretty big news, and none of us could tell that it wasn't going to be about Bleach. So, of course, what did we do? We took it kind of out of proportion. So when we did, and we just heard it was about Sakura Wars, we kind of let ourselves down a little bit. I mean, it's something we shouldn't do. I felt like we should have took it with a grain of salt, because the news that we've been having recently haven't been exactly what we expected. So I feel like going into news from here on, we shouldn't put all our faith into news we hear anymore. But I'm not saying don't, like, whenever you see news, just don't brush it off. Definitely look into the news, because it very well might be something good, but don't overdo the news. Next, I kind of want to talk about people's faith in Bleach community. I noticed a lot of people are actually starting to lose faith, which, man, I cannot stress this enough. Don't give up on Bleach just yet, man. I'm telling you, something big will happen eventually. I can't say when, because I don't know that. I don't know anything, really. I'm like you guys. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just know that we still got to support it. If you have Bleach Brave Souls, continue to play that, because that shows that we want the anime back. Any kind of support, buy the art book, buy the novels, Buy anything you can with Bleach merch, because I guarantee Shueisha will eventually open their eyes, and they will eventually see how much Bleach is still striving, and they will continue the anime.
Will the Bleach anime ever return? Because a lot of people are left disappointed by this so-called announcement. If I was going to be the anime, though it ended up being Sakura Wars. And I'm not gonna be here and say that, oh yeah, the anime is gonna return, you know, keep supporting it, guys. Because that's really not the message I want to come here with. I know I opened with it, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. You can think the Bleach anime is dead. That's all you. Like, you can think it will never return. That's your choice. I can't say it will because I'm just a normal Bleach fan. I don't know what's going to happen to Bleach. I don't know all the higher ups, how everything works. Though, there's one thing I know, and that is Bleach is definitely not dead. Bleach itself, as a series, as a product, is not dead. Because just look at everything we're getting. We're getting a new light novel, Brave Souls is getting a buttload of content. You know, we're getting the new Hogyaku Resurrection Summons. We're getting new Can't Fear Your Own World content for Brave Souls. We're getting 1,000 Year Blood War content. We're also getting a Can't Fear Your Own World story with new voice actors. So if you really think Bleach is dead at that point, then I don't understand. Even by saying, okay, Bleach is dead, you know, those haters that say, it is dead, you know, it's never coming back. They're keeping it alive by saying that. By saying Bleach is dead is literally a baseless argument because you're talking about Bleach. It's not positive, though you're still keeping the thing people are talking about right up there by talking about it. You're talking about Bleach. And all I can say is, if any announcements arrive, don't tick the anime returning off your list of what you think it could be. Don't tick it off there. No, don't expect it. Platinum even mentioned this as well. Don't expect the anime and a new announcement, though don't think it will never return. Because the way things are going for Bleach right now, it's looking pretty good to me. It's not looking the best, though it's looking pretty good to me. And whether or not the anime returns, Bleach definitely has a bright future ahead of it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Sup guys, it's Revan the Revankist, and shout out to Platinum for doing this video and for giving individuals in the Bleach community a voice to speak out about this, because as you know, recently everyone just went through heartbreak about the Sakura Wars announcement and that the fact that it wasn't Bleach. And yeah, I'm mad, you're mad, everybody's reacting pretty emotionally to this. And honestly, it's so disappointing, but it's also something that I think we should have seen as a very possible outcome. And you know, we don't know, we still have to keep our heads up. I mean, as I look across the Bleach community and I've seen everybody on all different platforms, I see about 50% of Bleach fans already went in with that low, let's say they didn't really expect Bleach to come. They had their hopes, but they also had all of their doubts, so they weren't as shocked as the other half of the Bleach community. So I'd say about 25% of the Bleach community I have seen put their hopes up, and I think I fall in this margin where I put my hopes super high and I was kind of banking on it, even though deep down I knew I shouldn't have, and then I hit rock bottom. I mean, I haven't given up on Bleach. I'm still with it. I still love Bleach, but I hit rock bottom for putting my expectations up so high. And, you know, like I said, 25% fall under this category that I've seen personally. And then the other 25% that I've seen have been people who have completely given up. which honestly sucks. I mean, I don't want anyone to give up on Bleach, although I can understand why some people have had enough. We've been waiting what, I don't even know how many years for Bleach to come back. A lot of loyal fans, a lot of loyal fan base has been waiting for this anime and waiting for it and waiting for it. And it's been a lot of years since the anime ended, and it's been a lot of years since the manga ended, or since the last arc of the Bleach manga ended. So I definitely understand the last 25% why they're just giving up. However, if we have any positive outlook on the result, if we have any way, although it's been years and it sucks, if we have any way of getting this thing back, it's by the Bleach community sticking together, and it's by the Bleach community not giving up. As long as we push this, as long as we support Bleach through buying merch, or I don't know, buying mangas, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to support Bleach, and I feel like if we can do that as a community, we can get the anime to come back. Because Platinum said in his last video that he doesn't know if they could be working on the anime right now, and we just don't know. And that's also something that's hope, and I feel like without hope, we have no future for the Bleach community. We have to at least have that hope to drive us to get Bleach back. It's definitely possible. It's still very possible, and we can have it back. We just have to keep that hope. We have to stick together. We have to keep supporting Bleach. So that's really all I wanted to say. I really enjoy talking with the Bleach community. I really enjoy talking with a lot of people who are just like me and who have that same hope and expectation for Bleach to come back, because it gives me something to relate to, and it gives me a lot of people that I can relate to. So as long as we stick together, I feel like we'll be fine. Shout out to Platinum again for this video. And yeah, alright guys.
My first is he never give up the Bleach enemies, sure no matter what, until new Bleach console game also. Why is always keep disrespecting us as Bleach fans when it comes to the announcements according to Bleach, and stop bullshitting of us and taking seriously. Just listen to us already and finally announce enemy return ready. You gonna let them know the facts are they couldn't make a lot of money easier, but letting superior to animate causing Bible arc, but have my choice to bring Bleach back this year as soon as possible, and earn to respect to save your own reputation as a company. I'm so Bleach.
Hey guys, I would first like to say that the Bleach community is one of the most passionate communities out there, which is why it's my favorite community. They don't give up after potential Bleach news being a dead end. However, as of late, especially after the Sakura scan, I see people saying that getting hyped for a potential announcement is bad, as they would just be disappointed in the end. I would argue getting hyped and making noise for a potential announcement is never a bad thing. We should be making noise to show we still support the show. Just the other day, Bleach was trending on Twitter in Japan. This is only good for the series. One thing that does need to change, though, in the community is the aftermath of an announcement being a dead end. I often see people get depressed, say they're nearly done, and so on. I say, just move on, guys. We should be used to it by now. This won't be the last time there's a potential announcement. And just disregard what the trolls say. They never have anything to back up their claims. We do. That's all, guys. I'm still Bleach.
What up, Platinum Equinox? Thanks for letting me have a minute. I just wanted to say the Bleach fandom is one of the most dedicated out there. It's been almost a decade at this point since we've seen or heard anything about the show, and yet people are still awaiting the show's continuation. I think the fandom's in a great spot. We should approach the news with positivity and keep supporting Bleach is the most important part. The scan was disappointing with how they teased Ichigo on a panel, but it's no big deal. I believe 2020 will be the year of Bleach, where, the anime will be announced for a return, and that is all I have to say.
So hello guys, my name is Alexander. I just want to say a couple words about Shueisha. I think what they are doing is really disrespectful towards Bleach fans. They just put the picture of Ichigo at the start of the 1000-year Blood War arc, even though Tite Kubo's announcement was completely unrelated to Bleach. I think that is disgusting and unacceptable to betas like that, but there is still 8 months to go until 2019 is over, and James is really confident that we're gonna hear something big this year regarding the anime, so please just freeze your brain when it comes to Bleach and enjoy life until some great news pop up.
This one is from a fan by the name of Ishio Katetsu, who unfortunately couldn't really make a recording, so I'm gonna read it out for you guys. Like almost everyone, I stumbled across Bleach in my depression period, and it was Bleach that helped me. It wasn't One Piece, Naruto, or Dragon Ball. It was Bleach. Bleach gave me everything, but I haven't given anything in return. And I am frustrated that the animation studio continues to treat the series like dirt. And to those people in Bandai Namco and other game companies that didn't make a game for Bleach, it is really quite sad. But we got My Hero Academia and other games such as that. I'm trying to return what Bleach gave me. As long as it exists, Bleach will remain alive. I want to learn animation so someday I can be a great animator like Retro Rhino and also Tensei Productions. I am learning game design just for making games for Bleach. I don't really know what my dream will be. Please note that this was for Bleach. I had no dreams whatsoever, and every night I still see Bleach in my dreams, and I know I will do it. Bleach will get treatment better than Naruto and One Piece. I have no doubt that the anime will return someday. And sorry, Ishio Katetsu, that's your name. I had to twist up the words a little bit because the text was a little hard to read, but that's okay. Thank you for your input. It is greatly appreciated, my friend. And of course, you did make it into this video, so don't worry at all about it. You made it in. Don't worry. I've got you. And if you guys do wish to visit Ishio Katetsu, there will be a link in the description to their channel. Please go and visit and maybe subscribe if you want. And this other text is by Sister Soldier 12, who is a really good friend of mine down on Twitter. I hope I can come up with the right words here. I know it seems like every time we get our hopes up for the announcement, we are only let down in the end. But please, everyone, try to stay positive. Tite Kubo had to stop because he was literally dying trying to give us Bleach. He is better, and I believe he is slowly making his way to doing more with the series he loves. Think about it. He did Burn the Witch and a one-shot manga to see how well he could handle doing his work again. Now, he has helped make the characters for Sakura Wars. He is slowly getting his strength back so he can bring us the manga and the anime we all know and love so much. Keep the faith and support Bleach as much as you can. I know I'm excited about Sakura Wars. It's so great to see Kubo's work animated again.
The Bleach community. The Bleach community. Hello guys, this is Revenant Wings here, and this has been something that has been on my mind for years if I'm being quite honest. Now, let me start with the Bleach community in of itself. Now, this is a community that I love. I love this community. I came into this community around 2012, 2013, and I just have to say that the Bleach community in of itself is one of the more wholesome and more tolerable fandoms that I've ever been a part of. Despite what happened in 2016, how Bleach ended, despite everything that happened, there are still fans of the series who love the series, who support the series, who continuously buy volumes, buy the freaking merchandise, who are excited for each and every single new chapters of the Can't Fear Your Own World novel. This community is wholesome. It's just fine. I love this community. I've loved it ever since I've been introduced to it. And despite the fact that the anime has ended in 2012, it's 2019 and there's still people who love Bleach, who still talk about Bleach, who still talk about power scaling and all that other stuff. To be honest, it's not as big as it used to be, but it's still sound, it's still there. The state of the Bleach community as of late. I think if you've been on Twitter, Facebook, and even some parts of YouTube, you know the state of the Bleach community as of late. It's a repeating cycle, you know? something gets announced that is connected to Bleach or Tite Kubo, we think it's an anime announcement or a continuation of the manga or anything that would push Bleach into the public again. But time and time again, we are met with something that isn't that, which is kind of disappointing. It has been disappointing, but the issue with it currently is that lately the Bleach fan base has been like the butt of the joke or the clowns of the community as of late. We've been railed over and over and over again. People are like, oh, the anime is not coming back, you shouldn't have hope anymore, you're wasting your time and all that stuff. And recently it's happened again. I don't have anything against Sakura Wars, not at all. But we all thought, well, but maybe this time, maybe this time it will be the continuation of the anime, or maybe it'll be a spin-off around Kazui and Ichika. But time and time again, we're just, it's not that. And it's usually from sources that may or may not be trustworthy, because remember Jump Festa, where we all thought, oh, the Bleach anime, it's going to get announced here, but it turns out that wasn't correct. The information was not accurate. Now, despite all the flack that we Bleach fans have been getting over like the past couple of years now, because like Bleach ended in 2016, and like the first announcement we thought it was going to be the anime, but it turned out to be the movie, which it wasn't bad. It was just okay. It was just fine. But it's sort of like it's like going to like a store. Alright, and like you order some like freshly fried steak or something like that, and then like the waiter, instead of giving you that steak, he or she gives you pork. And you yourself, you're okay with pork, but you really wanted that steak though. That's what you ordered, and that's what you want. You don't mind the pork all that much, but you really did want that steak. Now, when it comes to the criticism that Bleach fans get on like almost like a near daily basis at this point, how to deal with the criticism? I would say, in order to like deal with this from here on in, we have to take every single news source with like a grain of salt whenever it comes to Bleach. And things like we have been doing that. Like many of us have been doing that. We're like, oh, like it might be, but I'm going to hold my breath on this one. I think we should just wait and like not get too crazy about the information about Bleach or about Kubo. Make sure, it's correctly translated, and like before going crazy and saying, oh, it's going to be like the anime, or it's going to be like a spin-off, just wait for that announcement. And whatever comes, we just take it as is. Because whenever we say that, oh, it's going to be the anime, it's going to be a spin-off, it is good to have hope in like a spin-off or like an anime, because I want one. I, of course, want a continuation of Bleach. I love this series. It's one of my all-time favorites. But like to be disappointed again and again and again and again in like a constant cycle, it does wear you out some. Like there's even people on Twitter who I know who have fully just given up entirely, and I can't blame them, of course. But we in this community, we can deal with news with like a grain of salt. We could be like, okay guys, let's wait. We're just gonna wait for this announcement, see what it truly is, and then take our spoils. Instead of just saying, oh, it's going to be the anime every single time. I mean, once again, let me reiterate, it's fine to have hope for the anime, because personally, I do too. I really want something to come out, because new Bleach content, I will always sink my teeth into that, alright? But like, another thing does come up, because like, one of the things that does keep the Bleach community somewhat afloat is that hope for the continuation of the anime, that hope for a continuation of the manga. But to do this in a way that doesn't humiliate us on social media, here comes another thing. How other communities like the Dragon Ball community and the Naruto community have strived throughout all this time. Like Dragon Ball Z ended like a long time ago, and like despite that, on like my early days of YouTube, people will be talking about Dragon Ball. And the same thing goes for Naruto. I mean, if you go and like type Naruto or Dragon Ball Z into the YouTube search bar, you'll see a bunch of videos of people praising the series, uploads of episodes, discussion videos, debates, all that stuff. And the thing is, all that stuff was there even before Dragon Ball Super came out. Before Dragon Ball Super came out, people were still making theories, talking about characters, which ones are good, which ones suck, power scaling, all this stuff. They're doing this without any like signaling to like support Dragon Ball Z or to support Naruto. The fan base did this because they love their series. They love Dragon Ball. Even before Super came out, so many videos, predictions, what if scenarios, machinimas, and so much more. If you type in Bleach in the YouTube search bar, what do you see on the usual? Because what I see is videos talking about how Bleach started off good but eventually went bad, which it didn't, or talking about how the downfall of Bleach and blah blah blah. The thing about videos like that is that they paint this picture of Bleach as something that was once good, but eventually just fell off. And the thing is, search the Naruto and Dragon Ball Z tags in YouTube, you don't see that same kind of reception. The communities strive because people are passionate about those series, and they can pinch out videos about Naruto, whether the Togno Jutsu is a good thing, power scaling, Sasuke, his characterization, Sakura, why people don't like her, and so much more things. And for the Dragon Ball community, with Super, even more videos are being pumped out nowadays. So I do think for the Bleach community to actually strive on, more people need to upload videos about Bleach. And no, not about the downfall of Bleach, because to be quite honest, Bleach never really had a fall. It just had a rushed ending. More people need to talk about Ichigo, his own characterization, how the first arc of Bleach was about overcoming despair, and how it never lost its theme. In fact, it went about other themes. How about how the Soul Society arc is about going against some authoritarian figures and the rules to protect those who are precious to you? Or how about the Arrancar saga is about duality between Ichigo and his hollow self, as well as trusting your teammates, and so many other themes that are represented through the Arrancar and the Espada. There's so much about Bleach to talk about. You can talk about Zanpakutos, you can talk about characters, you can talk about what-if scenarios, you can talk about what you would have done with the final arc of Bleach, but not in a negative way, but in a way that constantly promotes Bleach. I don't think people should support Bleach anymore. I think we should promote it. Not support, promote it. Show people why Bleach is a good series. Show people why Ichigo isn't a bland character, because he's not. He develops throughout the entire series. His character development is wonderful, but people often miss that because they hate the Fullbring arc by default. Make a video defending the Fullbring arc. Make a video defending the Huacamundo arc. Make a video upon why the 1000-Year Blood War arc is a good arc. Talk about Orihime, Ukuyora, Aizen, and how he represents Nietzsche. There's so many things in Bleach to talk about. And I do feel as though the community would strive if more people would talk about Bleach and talk about how good it is. Not about how, oh, it started off good and then now it's bad, so you shouldn't watch it anymore. No. We should talk about how great the series is, how great of a character Ichigo is, how great Rukia is, how great of a villain Aizen is, Yuha Bak, how he wanted to unite the worlds and abandon the concept of death, the Gotei 13, what they represent, the Arrancars and what they represent, someone's Zanpakuto and how it reflects on their character, why Bleach has the best filler arcs, because Bleach definitely has one of the better filler arcs. The first two I'm not really excited for, but the Zanpakuto arc and the Maso arc are wonderful arcs. We should be talking about that. More people should be talking about Bleach and how great it is. We have James Hansen, we have Platinum, we have Tekken, we used to have King of Lightning. So many people used to talk about Bleach in the mid-2010s, but now it's not as much as it used to be. We talk about Bleach every now and then, but sometimes it comes backhanded, because sometimes whenever someone talks about Bleach, like, oh, Bleach was great, but, you know, it went bad. Or my own personal favorite, I watched Bleach, and the Soul Society arc is the best arc, and every arc that came after that was bad, and I dropped Bleach after the Arrancar saga because the Fullbring arc sucks. Which it doesn't. I mean, the Fullbring arc has ideas, it has themes. In fact, the Fullbring arc actually takes the themes of the first couple of arcs and implements them into that arc. More people should be doing that, and if people promote Bleach more and more and more, this community will strive. And the thing is, we should do this not because an anime may come back if we do, but mostly because we love Bleach, we love Ichigo, we love the Gotei 13, we love the Espadas, we love Aizen, we love the Quincy, we love Bleach, we love this this wonderful work, this series that Tite Kubo has poured in so many hours, sleepless nights, and to the point where like his health was in danger, and he literally had to end the manga. He had to end it because his health was deteriorating. And even after he was finished with Bleach, he had like a dislocated shoulder or something. He put so much work and so much passion into the series. I feel as though this is the least we could do. As Bleach fans, we should support Bleach whether an anime comes or not. We do it because we love Bleach. We do it because whether you saw it in Adult Swim, or whether you were introduced to it in the 2010s, or even recently, we love Bleach because it's an awesome series. And that is how I think the community should go from now on. This is how we should move forward. We should move forward promoting Bleach, telling people Bleach is great, and this is why. Bleach is great because the first arc tackles the theme of overcoming despair. You should watch Bleach because the Arrancar saga covers so many themes, and it's great. You should watch Bleach because of A, B, and C. And that is how I truly believe that we as a community will strive from here on in. We will strive the same way the Naruto and Dragon Ball Z community strived, even without the anime to help us out. Because even without the anime, the Bleach manga was able to sell relatively well. That's how great this series is. And I hope that most of you agree with me on that settlement. And also, fuck the Bleach subreddit.
And last but certainly not least, I have something to say to the community as well. If you've been a fan of Bleach, supporting the series even after the anime and manga concluded, and you've been buying merchandise, doing your best to try and make some sort of difference, no matter how little, hats off to you, my friends, because what you've been doing is something we would definitely define as noble. Your efforts are not in vain because there are definitely a lot of other people out there who share a mutual faith. Same as you, going out doing the same thing you do. I myself and the amazing selected few who participated all know how you feel. Question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you really going to quit? Or are you going to keep fighting the good fight with us? The message with this video is that it ain't over till it's over. So let's keep going. Let's keep supporting Bleach. Lots of folks have been saying that the anime will return soon, and Kubo will resume his work at some point. Maybe he's already begun. I've been saying this, I've been saying a lot of things in a lot of videos. So as we move forward this year, we go in more cautiously than ever before. This is a lesson I myself definitely must learn. This is the reason why I've stopped titling my videos High Possible Return. I need to do better. I need to be better for this community. And I'm sorry if I've, crossed lines or anything like that. I am very sorry. So, I've cast aside a couple habits, but I still keep my head up and I look beyond the hate, the depression, and I move forward until I see the end. I'm not giving up on Bleach, and I've told you guys so many times, I'm never giving up on it until we see that anime and that manga continuation by Kubo. And neither should any of you. The message here is that we must all take everything lightly. We must all tread lightly from here on. I will not mention the anime in future videos unless there is significance buried somewhere, like what happened with that scan, but it turned out we got baited on it. So most people have to keep their expectations low. Most people have, and we all need to do the same. We have to really consider the possibilities. I believe Bleach will return to us soon. It's not a matter of how, it is only a matter of when to me. Because everything we've talked about in the past, with all these videos, connecting the dots, it is not rocket science. You are all smart people. I believe we will all figure this out together. Just give it time because we have a lot of time. And all you need is patience. That is all for this one, guys. Thank you again to every single person who participated. It means a lot to me. And I will see you all in the next Bleach video.
This time, I'll show you what I'm made of.
Bang, bang, bang.